Velo. Salud. If y'all missed it, we started celebrating a little bit early, a couple days early, because the birthday falls just before the Super Bowl, and I didn't want to be with that. I didn't want any conflicts. So, started early. We're in like day number 4, and tomorrow is the birthday. So, in case y'all missed the live, I'm just filling you in on the details. So, had a pretty good turnout at the party, you know. Shout out to Vernon. Shout out to Lance from Queens. Shout out to my Belgian neighbor Eddie. Shout out to Leonardo. Shout out to 29. Shout out to you know, everybody that supported, showed out. Shout out to the Flip Flop girls for coming through. Shout out to, you know, everybody that showed up, supported in one way or another. Shout out to the Puerto Rican community that really stepped up big with the food, you know. So you guys gonna see some random clips in no particular order. So hope y'all enjoy. Rico. Salud. Hoy, mi cumpleaños, 51 años. Esto es lo que ya, tú sabes, ya. Rico.toro. Yep, today is the actual day of the 5-1, 51st birthday. Shout out and much love to all you guys that been supporting the channel, following along, you know, befriending me, both online and offline. Appreciate you all. So, yeah, we've been kind of celebrating like 4 to 5 days now, and I'm about exhausted. But today I got a little more to do. Got a little more fun to have and do. So just finished up at the barber shop. I think he nicked me today. You know, the different dude cut me. Normally I use Kende, I use Cello today. They're both exceptional and surgical with the blade. They kind of have different styles of cutting though, and so yeah, you know, had a little breakfast earlier at Mateo's. Couple of friends met up with me, and took the Amiga, and you know, I never looked for it and didn't even really think about it, but you know, I was comped. Me and the Amiga, you know, were comped for free breakfast today. So, you know, those are the kind of, it's good to have a friend every now and then in the restaurant. So, yeah, so shout out to Mateo. But yeah, what else was I gonna say? I was just talking to this brother Tim. Forget where Tim's from, but we were chatting it up a while, you know. You know, we'd seen each other over a few of his trips, cross paths, and we were just you know, chopping it up in Ramona's a couple of times, and you know, so just ran into him, and you know, I ran into also like my man Moto at the same time, and I was just telling him, man, you know, we just had that conversation about like, again, you know, you got to keep your circle of locals too. You got to have a couple good locals, you know, on your team, you know. And those, like I say, everybody has a job, everybody needs to eat, you know. And those that treat you fairly and are steady, you got to keep them in your circle. It's not all about the money; it's about the relationship and connections that you build. And you know, I can't drive that point home enough, you know. Whenever you think that it's just about money, you'll find yourself not only failing to make good connections, but you'll find yourself receiving shitty service, from a lot of the wrong people. So that's the thing, so yeah, probably gonna I'm gonna do some more celebrate. I'm gonna try to keep it local, keep it típico today. Gonna probably go down NYC drinks for a few. Might go up to Farid's place in Loma de los Chivos a little bit later, up arriba Sosua in the campo. I know the authorities been there's been some snitching going on by some co-models or some of the residents or whatever that have their own little smaller party scene that kind of, has them being watched a little bit because he's got a big place up there. So it stands out if they're staying open late or doing anything. So, we pretty much got to go there and get out of there, right at curfew. But, like I say, depending on whether it rains or not, I may go up there with some people just to feel that campo típico spirit. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the content. And, I'm just going to sprinkle some clips here and there. So enjoy. Salud, y'all.
Good job. Welcome to Rico's birthday. Look here. Hold on. Hey, you got me too? I already got it. Ringo holding a pig. Everything we serve it.
Ya, mucho comida.
Yeah, that's fucking Rico's birthday.
Esto es lo que hay.
Food, motherfucker, food.
Ay, tu boca. Muchas palabras malas. Se puede requerir fiesta para mi cumpleaños y Ramona.
¿Cuándo?
Hoy.
¿Cumpleaños?
No, mi cumpleaños 2 de febrero.
Ajá.
Entonces, pero el cumpleaños y fiesta se puede estar hoy.
Ya.
Porque sube por fin de semana, otro fin de semana.
Ya.
Pero mucha lluvia.
Sí, wow.
Sí, yo no sé.
No,
Tengo que hablar con Ramona cuando venito aquí.
Ya.
Pero yo tengo reserva, habitación.
Ya.
Porque todavía mi amiga queda en mi casa y yo tengo otro plan y con otra chica para la noche. Y yo ya, fiesta o no fiesta, yo ya. Pero yo no sé. Chequeé con Ramona y también. Yeah.
Okay.
First time actually ever staying at Hotel Europa. I'm street side. Right down the street from what I call Bush Girl or Crackhead Alley. In the busy corner there. Salud. Cumpleaños continuar. Bizcocho, Santo Libre, Héctor Viejo. Tú sabes, con la fiesta ya. Hola, que sí. Pero, esto es lo que hay, mamá. Brr. las luchas. Cumpleaños la verdad mañana. Hey, pero todavía celebrando, día 4 de celebrando. Cumpleaños mañana, la verdad, 51. Shout out LeVar and everybody in Puerto Plata also. Let me say that. You know, one thing I think that I appreciate most about the party, you know, in addition to, you know, just the great hospitality of Ramona and her staff, and also the Puerto Rican community stepping up. You know, one thing I appreciate the most is that we have balance. You know, I got some bottles and some gifts and some contributions from the aforementioned names, but also a Dominican cat named Choppy. Every time I hear his name, I'm looking for a Choppy-Dora because I didn't make the connection named Choppy. But Choppy showed up with a bottle of wine, which, you know, how many people have random Dominicans showing up with gifts for them. You know, I don't really drink wine, so that one stayed here and I shared it with the people. But, you know, the rum, the 3 bottles of rum are sitting in my kitchen right now. So, but no, we had a really good balance though. Like, I personally invited like 30 people. And, you know, my man Carmelo said maybe we should order food for like 45 just in case. So, well, as it turned out, you know, because it was raining so much, maybe like 15 or 20 of those I invited showed up, but they brought guests. And then there was some pretty cool, not even random, but some pretty cool like Dominicans that Ramona invited. Some I'm familiar with, some I'm not. And then, you know, for those looking for a little bit of contractor work, for a little romance and elegance, those guys were able to hook up. You know, there were some civilians, there were some locals that are not in the game. So we had like a really good balance, you know. It wasn't like some, you know, Envy or Roomba kind of party, you know. Like I said, it was a good balance of like gringos, Dominicans, civilians, contractors, you name it. And that's what Rico.toro is all about, that balance and that real life experience and personal observations. Esto es lo que hay, tú sabes. No, día 4, todavía celebrando la fiesta. Mañana 51, en el mal día probablemente parece 55 y en buena día posible parece como 45, tú sabes, pero alright. Another countries, a little scene I just heard about from my man Farid was Ecuador. He just went to Ecuador. Ecuador might be, I think it might be kind of a sort of a quiet gem that some of us may have to, after this whole virus thing, maybe drift over to Ecuador and just check it out for something different, you know. But you know, I got to do a little research on that, y'all. So stay blessed. Hope you enjoy the scene. Porque Farid aquí, después visitando Ecuador y Nueva York por un rato, tengo idea, solamente mañana hace mi cumpleaños de día, solo estilo dominicano, porque diré cumpleaños, así me voy para los lomas relativos, el campo para ir lugar allá. Paradise Ranch. Paradise Ranch. Sí. Ok, pero esto es lo que hay.
¿Con quién?
Con Yandel.
¿Quién es Yandel?
¿Qué fue lo que te pasó con Yandel?
¿Con quién?
Con Yandel.
¿Quién es Yandel? ¿El nombre?
Yandel, con el que tú hiciste el remix.
¿Qué dice qué?
El remix.
¿Y qué es eso?
El remix con el que tú te...
with, of course, the last stop being Ramona's. So I had to swing by for a gift. This is the pre-last stop of the birthday event. So I appreciate you guys that have been tuning in and watching along so far, y'all. Much love.